Got with the coach, live at Tim Hortons with head coach and general manager Kevin Hasselberg as we continue here with our playoffs. And it's been an interesting playoffs, to say the least. Game number 5, a big game against the Olds Grizzlies, an 8-1 victory. But Olds gave us a little bit of adversity throughout the whole series.
4 of the 5 games, they scored the first goal. And, they gave us fits throughout. It was just that team that just hung around, regardless, in a 60-minute hockey game. I know the Game 5 got away from them a little bit, but there was always that threat that they were going to score and make the game closer, or at points in time. They had us down 3-1 in Game 3, which we had to claw back and win in overtime eventually. And the other 3 games, were right there. They were close. They had opportunities to score, but it was lopsided in a sense that there was upwards of 20 scoring chances for us and maybe 6 to 8 for them. But their goaltender came up big and gave them a chance on every single night, and we had to be sharp when we did get our scoring chances to make sure that we put some away.
Got to talk about Ty Barsikowski because, of course, the young man has connections to Drumheller. But even that being said, has played himself into being a leader and top goaltender for the Olds Grizzlies, not just for this year, but for next year.
Yeah, I think it really emerged here just down the stretch, the final 2 games of the regular season. He had really good showings in Lloydminster and Spruce Grove, and that carried right through his momentum into the playoffs. And full credit to the confidence that he instilled in the coaching staff and the belief that they had in him, because they had another capable goaltender on the sidelines in Duncan Hughes waiting. So he definitely went in there and earned the job to start. And not only did he earn it, he kept it for all 5 games. And, he was certainly their MVP of the playoffs.
All right. Well, now, getting that series done was just great to have that many fans in the Memorial Arena. 1,200 sitting in the rink, cheering on the guys. The energy in that place, just unbelievable. Yeah,
it gets our guys sparked too. So we always get a kick out of watching the video afterwards because the camera's right above our bench and you can watch every bit of the celebration, not only in the guys on the ice, but what's happening on our bench. And yeah, we got some guys that sure get excited when we score for each other, which is a phenomenal characteristic of our team. But the other thing that really stands out to me is just how deafening it becomes when you get that first one, even the second one. By the time you got that 6th, 7th, and 8th one in Game 5 there, maybe a little bit quieter, but the decibels were still way up. So, yeah, it echoes in there and it rocks. And we're so fortunate and thankful that we've got the support of the community, and they certainly give us that extra degree of energy when it's needed to make a big play, block a shot, score a goal, whatever the case might be. They're definitely the 7th person on the ice.
Well, and that 7th person is going to be enjoying a fantastic series. Round number 2 against the Brooks Bandits. You couldn't probably have drawn this up any better for the Drumheller Dragons and the Brooks Bandits. Rivalry has gone on for years and years and years, 17 seasons now for the Dragons and Brooks, and the rivalry just seems to get more intense every year.
Yeah, and that stems right from the top down. I think nobody wants to talk about it maybe per se when it comes to the actual competition. You want to go into it as just 2 teams ready to go at it, but everybody says it in the back of their heads. Players, coaches, ownership, fans, everybody's talking about it. So let's not hide around that. It's going to be a great rivalry. It's what people pay admission for to watch, and whenever you have Bandits and Dragons tied in the same sentence, it's going to be explosive. There's going to be a lot of emotions. There's going to be highs. There's going to be lows. The fans are going to experience those emotions. The players and the coaches are going to be a part of those emotions. This is what Junior A hockey is all about, and I think the league is only going to benefit having series like this, or Spruce Grove and Sherwood Park, or Canmore and Camrose is another one. So this is going to be a series of the ages, and we're certainly looking forward to experiencing this.
Well, the Series of the Ages begins on Friday, so preparation between now and then, it's kind of nice to actually have a little bit of time to actually prepare to face off against these Brooks Bandits. Of course, we never look about what they're doing, but it's only about what we're doing, so things that we're going to be working on this week.
Well, we got to make an adjustment to the style of hockey that we're going to be playing, because it's a very contrasting style. This Olds was a sit-back, trap, wait for mistakes kind of team, and Brooks is a transition team that will capitalize, and they put a lot of pressure, and it's all about speed. And so we'll have to make some adjustments. You might see that adjustment happen in game one for our guys, but we're going to try to mimic that as much as possible in practice so we don't have to wait 5 minutes into the game to figure out that we got to play a lot quicker. So our guys know that, though. A lot of these guys, Brady Risk, and has played this team 4 years. He's been in a playoff series against these guys already, so we're going to lean on his experience. We got guys that have played deep in the playoffs. Chris Kerr had a great run with Fort Mac, so we're going to lean on his experience. And obviously the experience of playing the Bandits and the rivalry that happens, even in the regular season, it's still there. So, we don't want to make a big deal out of it. If in fact, I think it's already a big deal, and maybe we just need to dial it back a little bit and just make sure that we're focused to play hard for 60 minutes and that everybody contributes, and that if something bad happens, we don't dwell on it, and when something great happens, we don't let that define us as well. We just got to stay even keel.
All right, well, we'll let you guys dial it back. We'll crank it right back up because it's going to be a fun series against the Bandits. It all starts on Friday at the Centennial Regional Arena, 7 o'clock. Saturday, Centennial Regional Arena, 7 o'clock. Then back here for Monday and Tuesday. Just going to be fun. Thanks for this, Kevin.
As always, thank you, Jay.